What is good, YouTube? It's your boy, 2K20 Legend, Blocks for Days in the building, yo. If you haven't already done so, man, make sure you follow me on TikTok. Again, I'm going to be doing daily uploads on there, so make sure you follow me on TikTok if you haven't. Now let's get into it. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blocks for Days in the building, yo. People were asking me on stream which build I made to win Rush the way that I did. And if you want to know how to not only build that build, but also be good on it, watch this whole video right to the end. If you haven't already done so, man, make sure you drop me a like. Watch this whole video, because in this video, I'll show how to make this build, and I'll also show how to do different moves on this build, so you can not only make it, but also be successful on it. I'm telling you, the next time Rush comes around, if you guys make this build and you guys copy this build, it is one of the most OP builds. I won it twice, fully, and I could have won Rush 4 times if I didn't do things that cost me the win. I could have actually won it 4 times. Once I tossed it to a sub, and another time I fouled out in the finals. But I did win twice on it, and you can too if you watch this whole video. Let's get it. Alright, first things first, start up your My Career. Go to your My Player Builder, of course. Alright, position, make it at power forward. Make it at power forward. In the pie chart, you want to pick pure red. Pure red. But the way I built it, I can also get elite contact dunks. You'll see later. So when I'm choosing this, as a power forward, I want to have good vertical and good strength. You want to go with vertical and strength over speed, I would say. Finishing, put it up mostly. The way I built it, I went to 18 finishing. You could play around a little bit. This is how I personally built it. This is how I personally did it. But 18 finishing is what you want to have for the finishing. Obviously, like, you're not gonna touch shooting. Don't even touch shooting. Don't even look at shooting. You know, it's hard to shoot as power forward center this year, but yeah. Make sure to get 6 playmaking. You can get 6 playmaking on this one. There, bang. So then we go rebounding, obviously max out, block max out, interior defense max out, and then just go. I go steal and lateral. You don't really need perimeter defense. I like running center, so I don't really need to guard the 3, especially this year. Centers can't shoot, so I just go built 6'9". Then you want to go 250 pounds so that your strength goes up. You want to have good strength, and then put your wingspan all the way up. Notice how now driving dunk, you want the driving dunk at 85 so you can get elite contact dunks. So put the wingspan all the way up. Make sure it's all the way up. Now this rim protector and glass are both good takes to have, but personally I'd rather go the glass because I'm only 6'9", right? You're only 6'9", but you've built a paint piece. Now test it out. Alright, I'm going to show you guys the bad stuff I have on threes versus how I changed it a little bit for the rush. Alright, first things first, go to finishing. Alright, so you want to go relentless, contact, consistent, fancy footwork, slithery. And then this is for threes, Lob City. But in one-on-one, obviously you don't need Lob City finisher. But yeah, so then just put on, like, I put on Giant Slayer. You could also go back down Punisher. I don't really post people up, but so I went Giant Slayer just so that in case I ran into like a big center, and I'm only 6'9", so but if you put consistent up there, you don't even need to time like your euros and stuff like that. So, and then playmaking. Now, I would go bailout absolutely. You guys know if you get stuck to do something you don't mean to, like this. I did not mean to do that, and I could throw it. Bang. And he hits it, right? If I don't have bailout on, that's going over his head. I accidentally went into the Euro on that. I didn't mean to. So that's why you want bailout. That will be a dot right to him. You know what I mean? And then of course I put brake starter on because I like to grab boards and throw it down to my guards. On the ones court, I went with post spin and quick first step because then I could speed boost. And then yeah, both with post spins and just driving to the net. I could just speed boost. But yeah, that's what I have on threes: bailout and brake starter. And now defense. This is for threes. Box out, brick wall, rebound chaser because I'm 6'9", worm. Those ones are musts to get the rebounds, right? Now, it really is personal preference after this. I'm just really playing around. Like, I have it something like this for threes. I change it up sometimes. Depends on what I feel like doing that day, I guess. But this is really personal preference. I don't know. I have something like that. Now for ones, of course, yeah, for like the one-on-one court, brick wall and interceptor obviously come off. A post move lockdown is a must. One-on-one court, you gotta have post move lockdown, and then put pickpocket up high. You know what I mean? Because you get lots of steals that way. But post move lockdown, you gotta have, you get max that out on the ones court, just so that you can lock down the paint. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's my build. Now, let's get into some gameplay on how to be successful on the build. Let's go. First things first, my personal preference, I prefer to have it on shots only so that you don't get stuck in that fumbling dribble animation. Your ball handling will only be like a 30-40. So I like to go to shots, not default or dribble moves, shots. That's the best for a center. Now first things first, let's get to the Euro steps. I find Euro steps very deadly this year. If you have the right badge combination, if you have enough finishing, you will be impossible to stop on the Euro steps. If you're right-handed, you're better to come from the left side of the net towards the right. And if you have your controller settings on shots, as you're running right to the net on the left side, flick your right analog stick all the way to the right and you'll Euro step, just like that. I always come from the left side because if you come from the left side, it's going to flip the ball into your right hand, and I'm a right-handed player. If you're left-handed, you'd be better off to come from the other side, but it's very easy. Just flick your right analog stick all the way to the right if you're running right, if you're coming from the left side. Like, watch this. He has me clamped, Eurostep, money. Now, coming from the other side. As you can see, obviously it's the opposite. So if you're running left to the net, coming from the right side, it flips the ball to your left hand. So you're better off if you're a left-handed player doing it from this side. That's why I don't really have gameplay of me doing it. I don't typically do it from this side, but it's very easy. Just flick your right stick all the way to the left as you're running left. I could sit here doing this all day, and it is very hard to stop in the paint. But yeah, look, just flip your stick to the left, and there, cash. In real games, it's very, very unstoppable this year, and I don't know why more people don't abuse it. Like, it's very hard. Now, on to the Hopsteps. Last year, you guys might remember, Hopsteps were extremely, extremely deadly. This year, not so much. As you can tell, your player does not jump near as high as he did last year. He doesn't slide like he did last year. But if you want to know how to do it, if you're coming left, going right, flick your stick to the bottom right-hand corner as you're driving. Flick your right analog stick to the bottom right-hand corner, running from the left side. It's just, I personally don't do many hop steps this year. It's just not like it was last year. But that's just me. You know, it is nice to do from time to time to throw your defense off, but I just personally don't do many. There, flick your stick to the bottom right. Now if you come from the right side going left, just do the opposite. Flick it to the bottom left hand corner and then bang. Again, they're just not that It's not that OP this year. I find yours a much better option this year, but that one there worked. But, you know, it's just worth doing from time to time. Now, spin moves. If you have your controller settings the same as mine on shots, you can just use your stick and just rotate to a 360 all the way around on your right analog stick. Just swing it all the way around and you can do spin moves. Just whatever way you're going, just spin whatever way you want to go. You have more control like this as you're driving, and you can just do different spins. Here's one to learn how to posterize, and then I flick my stick up. So to posterize too, obviously it works with more stamina, but you can flick your stick either up or down as you're driving to posterize somebody. The more stamina, the better, obviously. I mean, most players will know that. But if you flick your stick all the way up or all the way down, you can get hard dunks. The more stamina, again, the better you're going to be. Just like that, I flicked it down, get a hard dunk. Now this here, look, as I drove, I flicked my stick to the bottom left hand corner, and then I did that into a spin move with my stick. I swung my stick all the way in a 360 counterclockwise because I had to go away from the defender. Otherwise I was getting blocked. And that's why I say you can swing it whichever way you need to go, and you'll have much more control of your moves if you put it on shots only. If you're a center or power forward, you don't need to dribble. And then in fast motion, look, just I swung my stick the opposite way that I needed to. But yeah, that's it. If you guys learned something in this video, if you took something away from this video and you learned something, man, make sure you drop me a like. This way here I can see everybody improve. Let's improve together. Drop me that like, and I'm out. Peace.